Roger, Voyager 1, mission control, over.
Mission control, Voyager 1, you're loud and clear now. Good readable, go ahead.
I can't hear him at all, Vandenberg. I can hear him on fairly well on my radio, but I can't hear him on yours.
Now look at my gear. Can you use him enough to talk to him right now?
Yeah, we can hear him well. We'll go ahead and this way it may get a little feedback. We got you good on our receiver, Dick. Apparently you can't hear our transmitter. Any priority traffic of any kind, otherwise we've got a couple of people who'd like to talk to you, over.
Roger, negative priority traffic. We're in the middle of a recovery scenario for Edwards, over.
Roger, let's see, Peters. Yes. Judy?
Hello, Dick. This is Judy. I just wanted to see how you're doing. Over.
Very nice. The moon just came up and there's really not a lot to do, and so I found myself a little bored. But it's a pleasant change, over.
Oh, Peter's here, Dick. He'd like to talk to you. Over. Oh, what's it look like? It's dark now. Over.
No, it's very dark, except that the moon just came up and it's the light is improving considerably, and it looks really good. I have another message in case Bert's sister Nell is there, but I did listen to her tape, over, and okay, go ahead with Peter.
Oh, okay. Here's Peter.
Oh, Voyager 1, this is 10, go ahead.
Okay, you're loud and clear, Peter. We're going to do it.
Sorry, Voyager 1, can you repeat, over?
I do, Peter. Read you loud and clear. Read you loud and clear now. And you were going to go through the landing scenario. Go ahead.
Right, as it stands, the compass rose is the landing location, and your approach should be due north, left base, touchdown at 3:30 on the compass rose, 330 on the compass rose, full stop at 270 on the compass rose, over.
Charlie, we could do that fine.
Roger, Voyager 1. Following that, there will be a deplanement, repeat, deplanement, and removal to base hospital for medical checkup. Over.
Roger that. Be sure you bring the big black plastic bag with you, over.
Roger that. Copy, Voyager 1. That will be an item on the checklist. Item on the checklist. Over.
Roger. Now, I think the most important thing of all is Hanson's activity. Go ahead.
Voyager 1, can you repeat the end? Can you repeat the end of the message? Over.
Roger. The NAA activities, Rick Hanson. The airplane must be quarantined without fail for Rick Hanson's evaluation of paragraphs, etc., over.
Roger, Voyager 1, this has all been prepared. Repeat, all been prepared. The airplane will not be touched by anybody. Repeat, not touched by anyone until Rich Hanson arrives at the aircraft to unseal the canopy. Unseal the canopy. You will then be deplaned and removed whilst Rich Hanson personally supervises the removal of paragraphs and checks all the seals. He will verify everything. Over.
Roger. He will do that along with myself. Rick Hanson and myself will remove the paragraphs personally and inspect them, and then I'll turn them over to him at that time. Over.
Well, I expected you to say that. Frankly, I think you're making a bit of a mistake. There are two people who can do that for you. One is Bruce Evans and Ann Fay helping Rich Hanson, making sure they're done properly. I will not argue with you. You have to make that decision. But bear in mind, you might be a little bit weak at the knees. It would not be a good occasion to fall down. Over.
Roger. Well, we can abort that if you want to, but personally, we in the airplane together, and we can take them on together.
understand, Dick. My personal feeling and that of the flight surgeon is that you should not, repeat, not attempt any walking. And I think you would look kind of silly being carried on a stretcher to take the bear's ass from underneath the wheel well. Over.
If I can land this thing, I can walk away from it. I've been able to walk away from most of my landings. And this ought to be no exception, over.
Yeah, all right. So, as I said, I'm not going to argue. I may persuade, but I'm not going to argue. I just think you should bear in mind that last time your knees were a little weak. This is twice the time, and it would look really silly to fall down. Over.
Yeah, it may feel kind of silly also.
Roger, I think we had enough back over Gina's little silliness with the knees last time without you repeating it. I mean, that's really ridiculous. Over.
Roger that. Well, we'll make sure that I'm in good shape so we can walk around with the immediate supervision of somebody before I do that. But I feel it's very important that those guardrails be removed properly. We had problems with barricade activities in the past, and I want to make sure we don't have it again.
I understand the importance, Dick. I really do, and I'm sure that we'll do everything to help you if it is possible. You also must trust us enough to tell us how you're feeling, and don't give us a surprise. Please do not give us a surprise. That would be worse than anything. Over.
Roger that. I tell you what, we have to break this off right now. Get the weather guys in here. We're going to beat up pretty bad again.
Oh, Dick, this is Smikowski weather. I help you. Over.
I hope so. We're our turbulence level, which has been
Voyager 1. This is weather.
3 hours now, turned a little vicious and hot. Yeah, I try to figure out some way to do that. The moon is going to be up here in another minute, good enough so I can actually see what I'm driving through here. Maybe we can make an altitude adjustment, but it is getting kind of mean over.
Okay, if I read you right, we're at 12,500 experiencing turbulence. Is that correct? Over.
Okay, yeah, say that again, over.
As I read you, you're at 12,500 experiencing turbulence. Is that correct? Over.
Yeah, I did say that I had been experiencing light turbulence, and now I'm experiencing moderate turbulence. And my flight level is, in fact, 12,500 feet. The sun is coming up, and I noticed that layer that was beneath us, the stratus, is not stratus. It looks like a Q layer, and it's gone scattered. And it looks like it's, now that I can see that it may end up here in another 10 miles, maybe we'll just wait and ride that out. But I'd like your counsel on how to find us some smooth air. Go ahead.
Okay, I would suggest that, as far as I can see here from the satellite imagery, that the deck of clouds extending out the peninsula, that you would probably be better off going to a little higher altitude. It seems to me like the tops in that area be running somewhere between 12 and 14,000. Over.
Okay, the tops are at about 11,000. Yeah, maybe 11 or 12,000 feet. And there are no clouds above that at all. No clouds at all above it. But that thing has gone broken now. It's broken and scattered. And it looks more cumulus than it does stratus. And maybe that's the reason for the turbulence. Right, the initial onset of it. But it looks like the Q will end here in about another 10 miles. Or just right ahead of me. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just wait it out and see if we can, maybe we can get the turbulence to subside a little bit by just waiting at straight level. I'm surprised that I am in turbulence because I would have thought I'd been in really smooth air. But maybe you can explain the reason for the turbulence. Go ahead.
Okay, Dick. Yeah, that's that weak tropical wave. It isn't very extensive as far as cloudiness goes that you're crossing through now. However, that combined, I believe, with the landmass up ahead, be causing a little bit of more convective activity. Even though you don't have any cumulus clouds, would still be causing some turbulence for you. So I think the next alternate of going a little bit higher would be guided through at your present altitude. Over.
Okay, I'll stay here and run another few miles. But, yeah, we're going to have to do something about this, either climb or descend, or turn left and right. I was wondering what you're seeing. Did you see the end of this, the deck that we've been flying over for a while right now? And can you equate my position to the cloud? Over.
It looks to me like the clouds would extend up to around to the north. It wouldn't stay because they extend out to about central Nicaragua and southward into Panama. So that your present course is probably your best course. Over.
All right. Can you see the termination of the deck below me now? Over.
Okay, if you can see the termination of the deck below you, you have about a degree or so of clear weather before you encounter the main cloud band. Over.
So you mean I'm going to encounter another cloud band ahead, over?
Yes, this cloud band is the one actually that's hugging the coast, and you have roughly about 90 miles of fairly clear weather before you encounter the edge of that. And it looks to me like the situation should be similar with what you just experienced. Over.
Okay, I understand now that I'm leaving this cloud bank and I'm going to run 90 miles in relatively clear air before I encounter another one before we get to the peninsula. Is that telling?
Yes, you have a relatively clear area ahead of you for a while before encountering the band that's associated with the cloudiness of the peninsula. Over.
Okay, fine. I show a 200-mile run to the peninsula. Over.
Could you repeat that again? Over.
Yeah, I show a 200-mile. I say again, 200 nautical mile run to the well, I'm sure getting beat up here. A 200-mile run on to the peninsula. Go ahead.
Okay, that's correct. And about half of that distance, you should be in the relatively clear air. The last half will be above a cloud deck. Over.
Okay, I understand that. Does the clear area necessarily mean smooth air, or can I run another 200 miles of turbulence? Go ahead.
I believe that I don't see any reason for any turbulence once you cross over where your present position is until you encounter the next cloud deck. And you might experience a little bit of turbulence after that. Over.
Okay, I just wondered if I was running next to something left or right that I maybe could turn and alter my course. That may help some for smooth air.
I don't see any reason for altering the course. It looks to me like the present course straight for your crossing of the peninsula is your best bet. Over.
Okay, roger, roger. I understand I can't, you don't see any reason to improve my ride by left or right track alteration. And, yeah, possibly a climb, but I don't think I want to climb any higher than what I am right now. I would consider going lower up until I saw the cumulus clouds below me, and I don't think I'm going to do that. Over.
Okay, yes, I would suggest that, like I said, the best thing would be a short climb. And if you don't want to do that, I think that your present altitude, you might experience more turbulence later on. However, I think there should be an area where we should be losing it pretty shortly. Over.
Okay, fine. I'll run a few more minutes, and if it continues, then I'll have to do something about it. Because yeah, it's not what I like at all.
Okay. Weather is out. Over.
Roger, roger.
Voyager 1, this is Mission Control. Lynn Snellman was here, and he's going to go back and look at the charts again to make sure that you have the best option. Over.
Roger, roger. Do you need my position, over?
Affirmative. We'd like your position now, if it's okay. A semi. Negative. We do have your position. We do have your position now. Over.
Roger. Yeah, 80 degrees, 32 minutes, and that ought to fix it pretty good, because we're on track direct to our destination.
Roger, understand. We have your
position at this time. Is there anything else you need, Dick? Over. I was right in the middle of doing something else, I think.